Okay, so I was just listening to this report, and I mean, what can I say? I don't want to say too much. I mean, because I look, here's the thing. I'm not a political girl. I don't follow politics, especially in the last several years, and I don't know this pick, this guy Tim Waltz. Um, I go by my instinct. You know what I mean? I go by instinct, and I go by gut, and I go by I go by knee jerk. My knee jerk reaction to stuff. And first of all, I can't even believe, and I shouldn't say it. I shouldn't say it. I should not say. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. Because it's not important. You guys, you Democrats, you bleeping Democrats. Let me tell you something. What's my knee jerk? What's my gut? What do I think? What's my truth? What is my truth? I mean, I cannot be fake. You want to talk about unfake? I cannot be fake. I mean, I can try to be fake. I've tried fake. I've tried fake on for size, but I always end up blurting out what I really think, you see, which is a weakness in some contexts. It's a weakness, you guys. Oh, God Almighty. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I feel, well, you guys know what I said about Kamala Harris being the candidate from day one. And after I said what I said, I kind of felt bad about it. And I thought, I shouldn't have opened my mouth. I should have kept it inside. But I'm also not good at keeping things inside. I'm just not good at it, right? If that's what you want, you came to the wrong girl. I can't keep it inside. I can't keep it inside. The minute I heard that President Biden endorsed Kamala Harris for president, I thought Trump wins in a landslide. Why? Not because President Kamala Harris, well, look at what I just said. Maybe she is going to win. I didn't mean to say that. Maybe she is going to win. But I didn't say what I said because I thought she was in any way unqualified. No, I said what, because I think she's as qualified as any other candidate. You know, I mean, I think that maybe, well, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. It's not a question of her qualifications, right? It's a question of the reality of the thing. It's the reality of the thing. And in the United States right now, I think the reality is such that a candidate like Kamala Harris, notwithstanding her obvious qualifications, will not and cannot win the general election. Why? Because it's comme ça. It's comme ça. This is how it is right now, right? It's not a question of her qualifications. It's how it is right now, right? And if you're going to ask me to explain how it is right now, I will respectfully decline to do so because I can't really put it into words. When you know, you know. Okay? Now, I know that subsequent to my assertions that she cannot win, I saw that her poll numbers were very, very impressive. And I got even more scared, right? Because I see a Trojan horse. I see a Trojan horse. I can't help it. I can't unsee it. I see a Trojan horse, the Democrats are being led down the garden path with these polls and with everything else. That's just my opinion. Trump's behavior as well and his team is making it even more worrisome to me. They are up to no good. They are laughing onto their sleeves. They're tongue in cheek. They're winking, right? They're letting her get all these polls and letting her feel like she is in the driver's seat and he's the underdog. It's an act. Remember that this man, Trump, even with all of his, issues going into the 2020 election, he won the second highest popular votes ever in American political history, right? I mean, Biden won the most ever recorded, and Trump won the second most, and even while COVID had happened, right? COVID is now long over. On the contrary, we have um, Kamala Harris, who was selected. She keeps saying that she was elected as vice president. She was not elected. She was selected as vice president in a moment when COVID had toppled Trump. And people were terrified because a lot of things had happened. January 4th hadn't happened yet, but a lot had happened when Harris was selected. And even when she was selected as vice president, I did say that it was not a good pick. I didn't see it as a winning ticket. I was wrong then. And I'm hoping to God that I'm wrong now because my gut is telling me the same thing. It's telling me the same thing that she can't win. Prior to being selected as vice president, once again, she ran for president and she didn't win even one state of the popular vote, which I understand is the electoral college that matters. But even so, the popular vote is not unimportant. The popular vote still matters. She has to get a certain amount of the popular votes in order to win the electoral college, to my understanding. Correct me if I am wrong. That all being said, when she picked this guy today, this guy, Tim Waltz, I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him. I immediately Googled him. I took one look at him and I saw Hillary Clinton's pick of that governor, whatever his name was, 2.0, you guys. And I remember in 2016 when Hillary picked this guy. He was a governor, and I screamed at the computer, unpick him, Hillary. He brings nothing to your ticket. You have a dud ticket. You have a boring ticket, and boring does not win elections when you are going up against Trump, when there is no COVID or other distraction that would cause people not to vote for him. Now, you should understand everything about Trump. The fact that Trump is the front runner, the fact that Trump is the nominee. First, he had to be the front runner before he was the nominee. And you consider all of these lawsuits, whatever happened to these lawsuits at this point, it's a joke at this point. What were the consequences for this man? There were no consequences for this man, right? And with all of that, this man was still the front runner, completely unchallenged in his party to win the nomination, right? And you seriously think that the 71 million people who voted for him in 2020, when so much was going on, the second highest popular vote in American political history. And he went through all of these lawsuits, like 12, 13 lawsuits, and they did not care. He was still the front runner, unchallenged. And now he is the nominee, you guys. And you think for 2 seconds that someone like Kamala Harris, who didn't win even one state, can win against this man? Y'all are stupid. You're stupid if you think that. And I say that with all due respect because I understand that the Democrats have to be united, and I'm a Democrat. I want you to win. I want you to win. And I'm hope that I'm wrong, but I can't shut up and say, oh, you're going to win because it's stupid. It's stupid. And then she picks this guy. This guy, look, this guy looks like a really, really nice guy. This is a nice guy. But you don't need a nice guy right now, right? You need someone to electrify this ticket because you on your own can't pull it off, Kamala. I say this with all due respect, right? Because I'm public enemy number one for saying this, but it's the truth. Someone has to say it. No one ever listens to me. Nobody ever listens to me. Nobody. And maybe, look, maybe you're all right, but let me tell you something. 9 times out of 10, 9 times, there's only 1 out of 10 chance that I'm wrong. 9 times out of 10, I am right. And in retrospect, they're like, oh, you were right. I don't want to be right. I don't want to be right. Just listen to me from the get-go. Out of the starting block, you listen. Nobody listens. Nobody listens. This ticket is Trump wins, but I am calling it now. I'm calling it right now. Don't forget, you come back to this video in August, September, October, November. In 3 months, you revisit this video and you highlight it and you tell me, Marion, you were wrong. You better tell me that I was wrong because I'm calling it now. Trump wins in a landslide with this effing ticket.